Again, our beautiful cat lady conversations. As you can see, a little kid go, hello, little cutie. Sorry, I really have issues. Okay, here we go.
All the
Nova,
best
are you
people do.
there? Oh, look at that.
All the best people have issues. Come on.
Oh, well, if you don't have issues,
Part of,
then what's the point?
part of the best club, right?
Do we
Right.
get t-shirts and shit for that?
We can.
We
We
can make
can.
t-shirts. I can make
Yeah, if you like.
t-shirts. Get them on Etsy. No, sorry, that's just ridiculous. Funsies. Oh,
Oh,
goodness
here we go.
gracious.
I
So
have
where are
found
we?
us.
Oh, you have
This is good.
found us. That's no
Whoop,
good.
hang
No one
on.
needs to
My
know we're
bad.
here.
Nope. No,
Callie,
sorry.
my love, you're already here.
There we go.
Some people have volumes. Oh, are we really loud,
That
are
was
we? Again, this is why
issues.
we
Some
need
people have
you.
volumes.
Jesus. How's that? Is that better?
Can you play with the dials until we're all satisfied, please?
Yeah. Did you open the
Had you?
background? Well,
Oh.
that's your first mistake. We are not
Oh.
background people. We are like front of house people. We are the people that you invite to the party so other people come. We're not background people. Yes. So, oh,
I was just going to say, I love the confidence in that statement.
well, you know, it's all pretend. It's all fake. We know that. It's all fake. Oh, you thought we were in the video you were watching? Yeah, I told you we're literally everywhere. We stalk you. We are there where you sleep. We are everywhere. Your parents know about us. They're going to ask why you didn't invite us for Christmas. This is things that will happen. So this is Nova and Kenzie Cat, and we are here to talk bullshit into your ear holes until you just can't take it anymore. Is basically our entire thing.
Until you've had enough conversations about pussy and stuff.
Until you've had enough pussy. Pretty much.
Okay, well, yes, there is that. Yes, good.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much pussy is enough pussy. Is there a line between how much pussy is enough and how much is not enough? How much can you actually take?
It's a matter of perspective.
Yeah, it depends on the day, I think. I think my record is no. How many pussies did you take in a day? Okay, now we're going to do a poll on that. Oh God, no, we're not. We're definitely not.
Well, I
And
guess
we're not
if you
slut
rescue
shaming.
them,
Enjoy.
I guess if you rescue them, then it's all good.
I think every pussy needs a bit of a rescue. You'll need a good taken care of, a good little bit of TLC, as it was. So how you doing, Callie? Enough pussy. I recognise the words, but not the conversation. Not
But
the
not
combination.
combined.
Sorry. Yeah.
Do
Sorry,
not
mother.
compute.
No, no.
No.
I can't imagine a day where I'll go, that's enough. Please. Please stay away from me. No. No, lovelies. Please get out of my face.
Have
Sorry,
you ever had so
I've gone to a different world.
No, it's fine. Have you ever had so much sex that you've been sore and you couldn't have more sex?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd had sex for pretty much 72 hours with
That's
little
solid
nap
3 days.
breaks. Yeah, little nap breaks.
Snacks and naps were
Pretty much.
mandatory, and
And
then roll over and get back into it.
even so, there was touching in between. If one person was having a nap, there was still something going on. By the end of it, my body just went,
Had enough,
what
thanks.
the fuck are you doing? And just like close, like you could just hear the door just slam shut, bam. And that was that.
We are no longer open for business.
Yeah, it literally was just like, what the, no, there's no lube or anything else that you can put in it. No. Yeah, and then I can't believe I just talked about that. And then
Why?
I actually had to go get medical help for that because
Oh,
I'd actually caused a
hernia?
no, just an issue. I had bruised certain parts and caused uh, caused issues, and I
Go
needed.
take. Here is the course of ibuprofen. Go sit on a heat pack or an ice pack.
Basically, it was like, okay, you need antibiotics to make sure that nothing gets infected. You
Oh my
need like
gosh.
I look. I was young, and please, no one. I can't believe I just talked about that online. I was
Why?
young.
So, positive sexual experiences are good. We need to talk
Oh,
about these more.
I still remember them. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, it doesn't matter. And I think women have that. thing, even still, that
Mm.
if we enjoy sex, we're sluts.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's still very
that.
much. But also, so somebody recently there was a study about how much porn has infiltrated the upcoming generation's understanding of what sex should be.
Yeah, that would
And
make
so
sense.
you've
We're meant to
got
want to
only got,
gargle everything. As what I that's what I've gotten.
yeah, but also there's this in most porn movies you'll find that there is a lot of degradation of women.
Oh, 100%.
And
Oh, everyone wants everything slapped. Like I was
yes.
sorry, I know this is another no, it is continuing conversation. I
Mm.
was with somebody a little while ago, and it was very much they thought that women like to have their tits slapped. And I was like,
They're not bongos.
I mean, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you can do a lot of things with these bad boys. Like
Mm.
these are on switches. You can drive the car with these. You're not going around beating them like bongos. Like, calm down. So, oh well, like that's what girls like. I'm like, who is this
Who
girl? I
who's
look. I know I haven't slept with every girl in the world, and I haven't spoken to every girl in the world about sex that I have not slept with. But I'm yet to meet a girl who just wants their titties slapped. If I do, I'm fine to do that for you, just in case this is on a dating site or someone's thinking of contacting me. I will do that for you. But it's not like, I mean, you,
how so I don't understand how it's arousing.
no,
This is what I don't get.
it's more a case. I think it's more of a case of that whole
Pleasure
women
and pain,
being,
shock.
yeah, exactly. Like you slap them around a bit,
But do you?
and well, I have in the past, yes, but again, consent, discussion
Mm.
before and after. This is very important for people, very important. And I've realised we have an ad break, so people who are not watching on YouTube aren't going to see
Uh,
this, but I'm going to bring it
so
up again in 50 seconds. Before
so
and
the
after
YouTube.
care
So I think the
discussion.
YouTube cat. I think the YouTube stuck on your previous video.
Hmm,
It's sharing. So under the cat conversations part 2, Babble and Chill, it's doing your previous video of the
is it?
walkthrough of the horror game. Yeah,
It shouldn't be. Um,
unless I'm looking at the wrong thing,
I
which
don't
is
know,
quite
babe.
possible. Never mind.
It's
All
saying
right,
I'm
we'll figure it
live.
out later.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
it's
try to
if.
find the live thing.
Oh
I'm
no,
not
here we
very
go.
good
I've
at
got it on my
this.
reach. I never know. So
Hmm.
everyone who's watching, I'm using Restream. So I don't know. I'm not going to go and pay the fucking $40 Australian a month to use the other program, which will give me a whole bunch of things. I thought I'd just give this a try. So far, it's worked with a couple of different videos I've done. If it doesn't work, I'll be putting it on there anyway. Just calm
No,
your
it's all
car.
good. It's all right. It seems as though my YouTube was lagging.
Ugh, your YouTube.
It's because I now have a 4.5 kilo cat lounging, languishing across my left arm on my desk, purring and insisting
Four
that
and
she be
a half
patted.
kilo pussy. I love it.
Mm.
That's
This is
nice
this is
though.
this is
Oh.
the most affectionate one. So I can't actually do anything when I'm sitting at my desk because she will come and claim the space right immediately before the keyboard.
Mm.
This is her zone, and so she's now on her back with her tummy up in the air, purring her heart. No, don't touch the microphone. Purring her heart out, going,
No,
"Give me
no,
loves.
no touchy,
You're a
touchy.
captive. You're a captive audience."
Oh, that is so cute. Yeah, Caspian's
Yeah.
not like that. He just like,
Hello.
he's like, hello, I want you now. Do as I ask. Do it
She's
now.
even decided
And
that
then
the
he's like,
microphone's her friend.
no,
Yeah.
fuck you. And then he just leave.
So she's even decided that the microphone is her friend.
Oh, sounds
She
cute.
smushed her face into the microphone.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Oh, what we got? Give me
Oh.
love. Ignore the black square. Give me love. That's
Yeah,
all right.
right. That's
100%.
exactly what she's thinking.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
can carry this one around like a baby.
Oh,
Don't touch the microphone.
no microphone, not touchy touchy.
No microphone for you.
So
You
I'm
can
going to say
purr
this one
your
more
heart
time
out.
for the other people on
Mm,
YouTube. Before
mm.
and after care, you always discuss. Be over communicative. If you want to do something kinky, talk about it. Have safe words. Make sure you know exactly what the other person wants to do. Then, and go and fuck them while
Sex
you
is
bury them in the
such a
basement.
difficult.
Don't care.
Sex is,
Before and after care. And then afterwards, you talk about how did that feel for you? Are you okay with that? Did you enjoy? Look, I was a dominatrix. Okay, so I was trained as a dominatrix. Before and after care, so important in everyday life, not just weird sex shit. In just fucking conversations, going to parties, before and after care for your partner. So
I heard a
important.
really,
Over communicate.
great example of how to evaluate consent.
Is it
Um,
the tea party one?
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
There was a psychologist. I don't remember who exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Said that I'm pretty sure it was a mother teaching her son that
Mm.
yes doesn't always mean yes. So she said to
No,
him to
very true.
gauge, don't be a consent, don't gauge the consent,
Mm-hmm.
gauge the level of enthusiasm.
Agree.
If they are not enthusiastic about what you've proposed, they've said yes, but they obviously don't, they're not into it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Gauge the level. I can't remember the exact phrasing for it, but she essentially said to her son, yes, it comes down to the level of enthusiasm. If they are not as excited about engaging in the activity as you are, don't
Don't
go
do
there.
it. Exactly. And that's
And blue balls never killed anybody. So
no blue balls. Oh my god, your balls are a little bit sore. You know what? Our vagina and our titties get sore. That's 3 for your 2. Suck
mm,
it. And guess what?
mm.
No chick's gonna sit there and go, "Oh no, you made me horny, so my titties and my vagina hurt. They're a bit throbbing.
Yes,
I really want to
yes with
jump."
an exclamation
You
mark
know what I
is
mean? Like,
yes. That's right.
fuck no, blue balls
Mm.
bullshit. Exactly,
I
Kelly.
actually
Kelly is 100% in agreement with this shit.
mm. So I had a conversation. Sorry, pardon my clote clearing, throat clearing. Ah, spoonerisms. Excellent. I had a conversation with a young man a little whiles back, discussing, you know, sex and all the rest of it, and he claimed that uh, not being able to get sex
Mm.
was having a detrimental impact on his mental health.
This is incel shit. 100% incel shit. You
I
know,
didn't
have you
know
looked into
about.
incels?
I only learned about that recently through
I'm just
a
going to turn
TV
it back
show.
off for a second. The
Yeah,
incels are the fucking most
Casbear.
terrifying thing I've ever
Hello,
seen in my life.
Casbear. Mm.
Like, it is
Um,
absolutely horrible. It's like Nazis for women.
do you know what's ironic? I actually watched it. I saw the reference to incel
Yeah.
on Law and Order SVU,
Oh,
and the
really?
episode is like 13 years old.
Yeah, it's a massive
I
thing.
I
And
had
it's such a
never
thing
heard of
now.
it. I'd
I
never heard of
actually,
it.
I
Yeah.
have to go back and have a look because I actually did
Oh.
a bit of a deep dive a few years ago. So, anyone who doesn't know, I do have a lot to do with younger ladies, younger girls from, say, from about 7 to about early mid 20s, right? So,
Can
I
you
have a
just
lot of
clarify for the
females.
audience what sort of capacity
Oh,
that is? Is it a familial commitment or is it a work related one?
no, 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 no.
Please
It's
set the
it's it's
context,
very
please.
much familial. It's very much
Okay.
I am considered a mama bear or a older sister sort of thing. So I do have a
So
lot of
you're
friends with
a
kids.
guidance figure?
Um, yes, exactly.
Okay.
And a lot of them are and I'm very open, as you all well know. And I'm very open with the children and people, like not in an inappropriate way. I'll give them the information up to what they need to know as their age. Okay. So some of the
Appropriate is
people that I'm,
actually
yeah,
relevant. Yep.
exactly. And then if they bring up something that I thought was inappropriate for their age,
Mhm.
I will be open and honest about it, but not to, inappropriate extent. So I've
So
had a
I just
number
can
of
I,
people who were, sorry,
Kat, before you go on, can I just ask? So when you're having these conversations,
mhm.
how do you just for you know we may tap into an audience we weren't expecting on this, but how do you establish a safe space for these kids to express their curiosity or share experiences that they're uncertain about?
um, look, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure.
Mm.
I am who I am, and as I get to know the child or the teenager or whatever, um, they just learn that I'm a trustworthy person. I'm not going to share confidences, and I do make this clear with the person, like the
Mm.
parent or whatever. I won't share confidences unless I think that it is necessary. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to
Yeah, I
say
agree. If it is a danger to their health or
if it's
someone
dangerous to their
else,
health or if there's going to
then
be a
yes.
problem or anything, then
Mm.
definitely. If they're going to hurt themselves or others, if it's going to be a problem that I can't, that kind of thing, 100% tell their parents and they know that.
Yeah.
But if it's something like, I think I like girls or I like this boy, how do I talk
So
to them? Things like
discovery
that,
conversations. Yep.
yeah, then I'm more
Mm.
than happy to give my advice. And it's always kind of been that way. I do that with my friends as well. So with one person who obviously I'm not going to name, um, I knew her since she was quite young, and now she's mid-20s. So I've known her through all of her swings and roundabouts. I've been the one she's called, you know, in drunken endeavours,
Mm.
asking advice about boyfriends, asking advice about other bits and pieces. But when they started getting online when they were young, this is where I was going. They were very kind of shady. And I always said, look, if there's something that you can't tell someone that you can trust, you shouldn't be doing it. That's always my rule.
Mm.
Um, and I think that, and then it turned out that there was somebody who was being shady, pedophilic,
Towards them.
and
So there was
incelish.
an
There was a
external party
situation.
being that way towards the younger person
Correct.
that you
This,
have. Yeah.
yeah. And it is
Okay.
important, I think, to be really, really open and honest about this kind of stuff because, yes, young kids, they don't need to know everything that goes on the internet. They don't need to know that there are pedophiles out there that, like, they do. They don't need to know that the person they're talking to might be a pedophile, that they want to go and take them to a rape dungeon. They don't need to know that. What they need to know is how to stay safe,
Mm.
what to look for, and to always be open with what you're doing. Like, if you can't show somebody, not your parents, because your parents, you got the little secret, but a trustworthy adult, that kind of thing. If you can't show them, doing something wrong. Sorry,
I
this something has
No.
come up quite recently about this, and
Mm.
it's a bit of a thing. Sorry, bit of touchy subject, but I think it's really important to discuss, and also
Mm.
just you know, your kids don't, and your young adults, your this, as
There is this.
adults,
I
we've
think
all gone through this shit.
there's a line between what children are comfortable discussing with their parents because they don't want kids
Exactly.
on a subconscious or conscious level, whichever it is, emulate their parents in a way,
Mhm.
or their guardian figures, their
And
key
they want to be
influences during
seen in
their
a certain way
developmental
as well.
years. That's right. And so, if they're they need to have that um, unconditional confidant. And a lot of
Exactly.
kids don't have that, and that's where you get these conversations about all these different things.
Like, it's really
I
important, and it's really
Yeah.
upsetting that some people, especially with the internet nowadays, God, we've
Mm.
just gone off, haven't we? With the internet nowadays, like, there's Roblox and fucking a million different games they play,
Yeah.
and you can get on there. I do a thing where I deep dive. I'm actually going to make a channel about it.
Mm.
I deep dived into incel behavior, which was
Okay.
absolutely traumatizing, which is where this all started, this conversation.
Right.
But I
Mm-hmm.
also pretended I was a 9-year-old playing Roblox.
Oh,
Yeah, fucked up.
that you know what we could do a whole episode of just
Mm.
engaging with people.
We can literally
That
just,
sounds like fun.
yeah, it's
Kelly,
really messed
yes,
up.
I think you know what, get out there and find these people that
It's not like, and it's not
yeah.
hard. You go out
Mm.
and you just talk like a fucking 9-year-old.
Catfish for the better.
Yeah, but it's
Does
really,
that make sense?
it's,
Catfishing people in order to keep other people safe.
yeah. So
Um,
I do a channel
yeah,
which is
sorry.
basically just, sorry, I do
No,
one
no.
where I just mess up. I scam the scammers.
Yes.
which you'll see on YouTube if you're on YouTube. But
We'll need to interlink all of these things. Scammer sounds fun.
Yeah, oh, it's so much fun. I did this one where I pretended I was this guy who was married to this woman who was loving but also very abusive. Like she chopped off his foot and one of his fingers, and it was all through this conversation. It was very prolific. It could have been a novel.
Wow.
It was really fucked up. And the
right.
scammers just kept going. Sorry, I'll find it.
No, that's okay. Because of this, so the incel
keeps getting
situation.
blocked on Facebook. Thank you.
Your what keeps getting blocked on Facebook?
My scamming the scammers keep getting blocked on Facebook because
you're breaking their ad revenue. Yeah, that will do it. I actually wondered the last time I heard that you'd been blocked on social platforms whether or not it interrupted someone's capacity to earn money over
the only reason I get blocked.
Doing the right thing.
But I put it everywhere.
So just circling back to the whole, be a judge of enthusiasm rather than just consent.
Yes.
And also looking at porn from the perspective of young people's perspective, where there's not examples of porn where the women are in control and they're confident and various body types. There's actually, I'll have to find who this person was, but I actually
women making porn. That's what you're talking about right
now. More specifically, I was actually going to talk about there is a mother who realized that so a woman who's got a late teens, early 20s son, heterosexual woman, separated from her significant other, who was the parent, the other side of the equation to have the kids, no longer in the picture. And then she realized that what her son was viewing as being they were using her son was using porn as a way to figure out what is acceptable as current sexual behavior and practices.
And
what to do in the bedroom. And so when she saw the sort of content that her son was watching, she was horrified. And so she and a group of her friends who also had children in the same age group have actually gotten together and started making porn themselves.
That is wonderful.
I know. So it is made by
caring porn.
Porn about how women want to be treated in bed and how to have respectful intercourse with a woman. And these women are, they've had children. They're not the glamorized. No, the glamorized. That's not normal. That's glamorized. That's media. Boobs. Yeah. I will have to find, but yes. So, her son was quite traumatized by the fact that his mum was making porn, but I guess, at the end of the day, if she could actually come up and get into, it was a media spotlight for 3 seconds, as is the case usually with something that's done, in order to change negative things. You need this website for reasons. I don't blame you. I think we should find it and actually,
I'm writing,
go into more detail
on the list. I want to know more about this. I'm really into it.
Her primary driver was that you can't teach your kids how to have good sex, right? Because that would be inappropriate.
Very inappropriate.
But, exactly. But what you could do is create content that is positive, respectful, caring, and shows a different angle to what the average person could expect in the bedroom, rather because porn is the kids aren't told that porn is not real life. This is not what you do in the bedroom. This is not how women
gargle cocks and get spanked and all that shit. Whereas really, what you do is you sit there and you look at your partner and you kiss them and you cuddle them and then you touch them nicely how they like to be touched. Normally, it's not a fucking dramatic.
The most fascinating thing.
Movies, it's just love, and it's beautiful.
The most fascinating thing that I always get, I'm very verbal when I'm being intimate with somebody. Insofar as it not verbal as in vocal, as in screaming the house down, but as in giving directions, asking for directions.
We'd be great having sex with each other. We'd just be like a whole pile of.
We'd never have sex because all we do is be asking questions.
It would just be like a touch me here, touch me there, and then it'll be like, oh, am I doing it right? And then about 3 hours later, we'll be like, should we get some Chinese?
It'd be like that slow motion video of Alan Rickman making tea. That's what sex between us would be like.
Oh.
Have you seen that?
No,
where it is spectacular, but it takes forever. You're like, just hurry up and make the tea.
Well, I just like the fact that it'll be spectacular and we'll go forever.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna live with that.
Okay. So our fictional sexual encounter will be slow motion, detailed and spectacular, but never happen.
Fantastic. And I am
Okay.
100% with that.
Great, let's do that.
And just so everyone knows that you cannot find it anywhere else. That is only in our heads. So
Yes.
just
There will
suck
be
it up.
there will be no other recording or this will not be reproduced in the other platform or media.
Cannot be duplicated.
That's right. This snippet and how you envision it, that's, there will be no evidence. That's
There will be no evidence, exactly.
yeah.
Nova and I love
excuse
each
me.
other very much, but in a very
We have a long
non-sexual way.
we have a long friendship, don't we? Our relationship extends over 10 years, a decade.
We're basically vampires.
And you're almost a decade younger than me, so that says that I'm not okay. So you just want to caveat that statement with my friendship groups range from, and I'm going to include my nieces and nephews, 3 and 4, because I'm friends with them, not just their auntie.
1 second, I just got something.
Sorry.
I have a quick thing I need to do. Can you please continue talking, and I'll be back in 3 shakes of a vagina's tail.
Right. Okay, we're talking about the width and breadth of friendships then, shall we? So my friendship groups extend from, apart from people that I'm in related to. So there's a nieces and nephews where I try to be a friend as well as a parental / auntie, figure, all the way through to I have friends who are into their 70s now. So what's the word in English? Same generation as my parents. I was about to say it in Macedonian, but that would not help anybody. And so the fact that I see people as timeless more often than not. And so when I engage in a friendship with somebody, I'm really more interested in the quality of their character and how we connect as Earthlings. Earthlings is my favorite non-gendered expression. The other one I use is Jedi as well. Grasshopper, one of mine. So yes, how we connect as Earthlings, just purely on a conversational level, enthusiasm, common interests, all the rest of it. So Kat and I met through Kenzie Kat and I met through a mutual friend who I've been friends with even longer. Sorry, well, it's part of your handle. It's not like I'm not. But yeah,
her address is this.
You can find her if you go to this toilet on the back of that door.
She'll be sitting there gargling because she watches too much porn.
The address of a usual place of business. No, I'm kidding. I know, I'm sorry. I say this because I can, and I mean nothing by it.
I know, but why do I say it?
Because it's funny. That's why we ended up being friends.
Damn comedians! God damn it!
I know. Humor. Who will have it? Like, why would you do it? So,
That's
yes,
what
so I was saying, yeah, so the width and breadth of friends that I have is so vast that, yeah, Cat Dote X has crashed and needs to be restarted.
If I could find a way to restart me, that would be
an
fucking
executable
spectacular.
file. Kenzie Cat 669 is an executable file. It is not spyware or malware. You will thoroughly enjoy this installment.
It could be both.
What, spyware? Malware.
And malware.
Nah. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with this whole thing. Our friendship and yeah. So it's not that I don't get intimate with friends, but also I have such a age variety of friends.
Yeah.
And so being friends with somebody who's a decade younger than me is just part and parcel of who I am.
Yeah, and I had a mad crush on her for about 2 seconds. Like, if you think about time as it was, probably about, it was a few months. I had a mad crush.
If you convert the time from human measure of time into feline years, it would be like a month.
Yeah, but that's because like I feel connections and I'm hearts not parts. So when I feel the heart, I get,
Friend explained to me that there is such a thing as friendship crushes.
Yeah, like I totally I wanted you to be my person. I don't know if I wanted and also this is fucking 10 years ago.
Oh, if not
I
more.
don't know if then I wanted you to be my
Extra in the
person,
lesbian adjacent
or if I
activities.
where it would have gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it could
yeah.
have, it could have. I just, and now I've got you as like my one of my BFFs. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm more than happy with that. Better than if we'd fucked a few times and then
Never spoke again.
fuck that.
Yeah, no,
Totally.
exactly. Um, so yeah, so having friends who are varied age groups and all the rest of it, it's excellent. I love it because it means you're never going to see. I think I've said this before. You're never going to see the world exactly the same way as somebody else does because you can never experience it precisely that way.
No, you can't.
Um,
Definitely not.
no. So I have a lot, as you do. I have a number of younger people in my life that do actually speak to me about these sorts of things, and also occasionally I get approached by older people needing to know how to help their younger people.
Yes, I get that too.
And so I'm like,
Definitely.
I felt like that was a major compliment when a friend of mine asked me, her daughter had come out and she was in her teens and she'd never really considered this would be something that at that age for her daughter that she'd have to sort of discuss. And so she said
Oh,
to me,
sorry, I
can
thought
you
of
give me
something
some
else I wanted to talk
advice
about. Hmm.
of, how to support my child?
100%. That's beautiful. Like
And I went,
it's
yeah,
difficult.
the simplest thing is don't
Be
judge
there
them, be open.
and just love them for who they are. Like they're
Ignore
exactly the
the
same
fact that they
person.
might be attracted to someone who's the same gender. It's the emotions that are the same. The emotions are universal.
Exactly, and they're the
Yeah.
same person they were when they woke up in the morning and you didn't know that they might be attracted to that gender. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like they
Yeah,
don't
totally.
change,
Mm.
and that's something that's beautiful. I know this is sorry a different thing. So nowadays in primary
Mm.
schools and things like that,
Mhm.
it is no longer you're no longer considered coming out, which is interesting.
Right.
In
What does
the
it
primary
refer
schools
to?
that I know of,
Mhm.
nothing, nothing. So I know numerous people of different schools and different areas. This is all in Australia, mind you. So we're not
Mm.
on the fucking church belts or anything like that.
We don't.
Um,
Do we have a church belt in this country?
no, no, I'm just
Okay.
talking to my American people.
Right. Okay. Because that's gonna be
James
that
do.
would be quite fascinating. I mean, I guess there are concentrations of
Yeah, I
religious
mean
groups,
we've got like, yeah,
but we don't really have a
maybe.
Bible belt like you would in the States. To
No.
be fair, though, Australia does actually fit into the United States of America
Mm,
geographically. Our continent, the continent of Australia, the island of Australia, would fit into the US, even though most of Europe fits into Australia.
yeah, we're not talking about size here, darling.
No, no. It was drawing a parallel between.
Yeah.
We also don't
Um,
have the population density as well, I
no, we
guess.
don't. That's true.
Oh, I have a
But
segue.
so,
Sorry
yeah,
on that.
sorry. So
Um,
I haven't
so
finished mine yet.
we don't set to, but they tend to be everywhere. Yes, and we tend. So what I was going to say was the main difference between Australians and Americans is that the convicts that settled Australia
I do think.
were robbers, thieves, murderers, and people who'd been hard done by because they were starving and all the rest
Gypsies,
of it.
tramps, and thieves. Yeah.
Kind of, yes. But in the States, the majority of the people who migrated there were religious and sexually repressed. So can you see
Sucks
the
for you
fundamental
guys.
yeah, can you see the fundamental difference between the kinds of people that have evolved over the last couple of 100 years
If any
since
American wants to come over here, I'm more than happy to go
they
with.
tend to do quite well here actually. Political prisoners.
And
Yes.
also, we can
Yes.
marry both women and men here. So just
Did
saying,
not do
I
that in
am
the States or
single.
did they repeal it?
Intersex, I don't know.
Sex intersex. Okay, right. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Um
don't know in America. Some places in America they did. They repealed it.
oh that's right. They don't have
Not
it
in
like we
Australia.
do where
Australia,
the so
we can just marry.
yes.
You know,
So the
any
state laws didn't
person,
trump yes.
human, not any
Mm.
of you people that are sitting there going, oh, that means you're going to be able to marry dogs.
Oh
No,
god.
the only dog is your mum. Shut up. Um, sorry, just jumping down there. Bam. What was this? Oh yeah. So the kids I know,
Yes.
they just say I'm um oh, fuck I can't even think of the word now. Oh my god. Um, I'm non-gendered. I'm non-binary.
Right.
I know someone who just
Yes.
went I'm non-binary, and the kids also went oh one of them went what does that mean?
Yeah.
And then they found out, and then that was it. Oh,
Mm.
I'm bisexual. Oh, okay. Like they
I saw
don't care.
this.
They don't care
Yeah.
at all. Back when I was in high school,
Speaking
it was
about.
like, oh yeah, you're bi. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so sexy. I was in that
Mm.
era. But Like,
I will go back
no
even
one, and my
further
mum
and
didn't even believe me that I was
yeah.
bi, even when I kissed a chick in front of her when this is my girlfriend. No, 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 no. No, still went, oh, we're good friends. Like, but nowadays
Who
you just go,
get into each other's pants. Okay.
yeah, I'll
Uh,
just fuck her on the floor, shall I? Calm down. I
I saw
wasn't
this
having
great
sex then.
I saw this great video clip speaking about how children they're not born with bias
Mm-mm.
and how it's a
God, no.
product of the environment.
Yeah.
There's a couple of times there's been a couple of clips on social media where you'll find a parent asks the child be white or black, colored,
Mm.
whatever you want to call it, not white. Um,
Yeah,
I
I'm not
really
100%
don't.
sure of the
Yeah, I'm
the
not.
wording at the moment. If
Yeah.
anyone is
So
watching that is of that,
if I've
and we've
offended
said the
anyone,
wrong
I do
word,
apologize, but there
we
is actually a
yeah,
positive
it's
to
not
this.
yeah we didn't do
Yeah.
it on purpose. It's just because
No.
we really just do not give a shit what's on the
No, it's not we
outside.
don't give a shit. It's just that
No, I just love you all.
yeah. Yeah, this is true. Like I don't tend to draw differences between people, but in order to
No,
explain the story, I need to
my
sort of be able to
yeah.
create differing points about describing the people involved.
I think you should be alright.
So, okay,
But
so
if not, then we'll find it later.
the parents have actually asked of each, there was an example of a white American asking their son about their best friend, and the child turned around, it was all of between the ages of 5 and 7. The child said that they were twins, and the child's best friend this is a white
Mhm.
American, and the child's best friend is African American descent. And the father asked how, and he said, "Why? How are you twins?" And he says, "Well, we're the same height, we love the same things, and we wear the same shirts, and we have the same Lego,
That's the
and we
same.
have this. We love the same shoes. We love all of the things the same. So then that must make us twins."
Yeah, like
And
I
I was
sat the
like,
same thing when I
"Yes,
was a little kid. So
yep,
my best friend, and if you're watching this, I'm actually going to send this to you. I had a friend. Her name is
yeah."
Sherry Ann Captain. She was my first love.
Were you supposed to actually? You might have to
Um,
bleep out the last name.
it's not her last name anymore.
Okay, great.
Fuck. But anyway,
No, we'll fix this.
she she was African.
Oh wow,
I'm not sure
was
exactly
or
where.
is?
Oh, she changed. She just keeps changing. One day she's European. No, she is. She's beautiful and lovely, and everything about her was wonderful. But I did not see the difference. I
Hmm,
thought we were sisters
right.
because we hung out every day. We lived 2 houses away from each other. We stayed at each other's houses.
Mm.
I thought I didn't understand the difference when I was younger,
No,
and it is
no. These biases and criticisms, prejudices are actually instilled within us.
exactly like
Jesus.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
then people go, oh, well, they say that, other horrendous, racist, xenophobic, whatever things.
Yeah.
Where'd you hear that? Oh,
Mm.
my parent, my teacher, my this, my that. It's like, dude, we're all literally living on the same planet. We're all the
Yeah.
same. Whether
We have
we're
to share this
gay, doesn't
rock.
matter what color we are, doesn't matter where we come from. We're all
Sorry,
here.
speaking of
Just
if we
love each
pick up
other.
on the whole
Jesus.
learned prejudices and things like that. So
Oh,
a friend of mine recently reached out and said that they had become Christian. And
oh,
I will not tell somebody what to believe or not to believe.
okay.
What I will do is intervene when there are injustices, there is discrimination, there is negative bias, that sort of
Agree.
thing. And so, someone having faith, they do it for their own reasons, you know?
Yeah, good for
And
them having faith.
yes,
Yay. Go for God,
it's
babies.
absolutely. But the conundrum for her is that she has me as a friend. And how does she resolve the conflict of
Tell
um
it. Just tell her to
having
read the Bible.
gay, queer, well, she is, and this is where she's having difficulties, that there's the arguments around
Mm.
gay is not good and all the rest of it. And I said, yeah. Anyway, um, but it's also difficult for somebody like myself who also
Mm.
has a degree of faith as well. How do I
Yeah.
reconcile these things within myself?
It is a very difficult thing. Like, I grew up
Mm,
in a Christian culture.
right. So
So
way more extreme than what I've ever. Yeah.
all we
I.
knew was the Bible. When we
Mm,
watched cartoons, it was felt characters
hmm.
moving around a board telling Christian stories. They don't really
Mm,
mention gay so much. Man lying with a man. That was actually, if you actually look at it, I've done a lot of research. If
Sure.
you look at it the way that they used to speak, that basically just means a person lying in a house that was not theirs.
Yeah,
It
that was
is not,
the word
there is
to the
not
expression
so
to lay
much.
was the equivalent of sex with.
Yes, but in a house that
Yes.
is not theirs.
Yes.
Not a man lying and having sex with another man being in a house, having sex in the house that was not theirs, which was not a house. Like the whole thing, like you can sit there, I can do an essay on it if you want. But basically, there's not that much gay hate.
Yeah.
People sit there and they grabbed it and went, yes. But I mean, let's just go back to brass taxes. How many Christians and Catholics do not eat
Adhere.
shellfish?
Yeah. How
How
many of them
many do
adhere to
not
days of Lent strictly?
how many do not wear cotton blends?
That's right.
Like, if you want to go, like, let's just pull it way
If
back to the beginning.
if you're going to take the Bible letter for letter, then you need to take all of it letter for letter, not just the parts that suit your
Exactly.
philosophies and prejudices and
Yeah.
biases.
And that was a big thing. So when I started questioning the Bible,
Mm,
it was a big thing. So my dad was still in the cult,
right.
and we'd left it. So we were in a very well known cult. I'm not going to say the name of it, but when they started having child brides,
Right.
and child brides were shared because there was free love. You probably figure out what it is from that anyway. Um,
I actually have never really focused that much on the different names of things, but the activities that I find abhorrent,
yeah, it's
that's
pretty
yeah,
horrendous.
it never fails to shock me. It never
Yeah,
fails to make me feel sick in the stomach.
like I really like with the whole religion thing.
Mm,
I hope like that it's either just a guy who just had a really really good publicity person and just managed to shed it across the world, or it's actually somebody who's going to come down and go, listen here, fuckwits, you misunderstood.
mm,
Like, Chinese whispers. Sorry,
yes, but
you
you do
misunderstood
so.
so
Yeah.
many things. Like, the whole point is love one another. Love one another. Take care of each other. He washes the homeless person's feet. He washes the prostitute's feet. He does all these things. He's not judgmental. Everyone else, calm the fuck down. All right, that's it. That's my thing. Calm the fuck down and just love each other. If you actually want to look at what he said,
Mm,
in any, like, so I went through and I looked at all the different Bibles, and God, this was a long time ago. This is when my
yep.
father died. So it would have been, I'm never going to tell you how long because I'm never going to let anyone know how old I am.
Mm.
Number of years ago, I went through and read the Quran. I
Oh
went through
wow.
and read all of the Bibles that I could get my hands on. I tried
Sure.
to get my hands on the cult information, but you're not allowed to have it unless you go
Just as a
there. And
side, the Quran as a
mm,
as a book is a beautiful piece of work. If you have a
isn't it
traditionally bound illustrated one, the
absolutely beautiful?
calligraphy, the borders,
Yeah, I ended up
it
having,
is
I
a
ended up finding a friend
divine.
who had one.
Yeah, right.
So just a random person that just happened to be, because I love to meet new people
Yes,
and I love to
absolutely.
teach English,
Ah.
which you probably couldn't tell because I can't speak it most of the time. But I love to do conversational English, so
I
I
speak
meet
it a
up with
good
lots of people.
English, okay?
I'll
I
do the
speak it a
things,
good
I'll do the
English.
words sometimes when I do the
Yes.
stuff.
Yes, I
So
know.
he happened to have a
I know.
Quran when I was talking
Yes.
about it. And
Mm-hmm.
oh my lord, like I'd already read it in like just a book form.
Mm.
But then I saw it. Oh my lord. It's just breathtaking. Like these things, like all religions are beautiful and powerful in their own way. And
Yes.
anyone thinking theirs is better than anyone else, we're probably going to alienate some people here. You know,
Well,
get
well, the
over it.
thing I saw just to bring it up a level and make it a little bit more lighthearted. I saw a meme recently that talked about, religion should be kept taught in school, and conveniently there was a cat underneath wearing glasses, being very judgmental towards the speaker, going, "Which religion? All of them,
Mm-hmm.
or just yours?"
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I
right?
love that. I
Yes.
love that.
And just the other thing that I wanted to say about the Bible that these people are quoting from and using as their munition to, take off. The modern Bible, like the version or the gospels that were included
Mm-hmm.
were decided by a bunch of religious people at a certain point in time. They excluded narratives that did not suit their
A bunch
purposes
of
at
religious
that.
men
Yes,
who wanted to control people at that
they.
particular time.
That's right. So whatever
They're
gospels didn't
TARDIS.
suit their narrative, they were excluded. So I'll look this up, but I find it fascinating that there are the scriptures or the book of Matthew or David or whatever it is, like however many books there are. There are actually, I think there's another 13 more
Mm.
which are not included as part of common canon.
So that's really interesting. I thought our
Mm,
conversations,
just from a history
our blog
perspective.
stuff was just
Yeah,
going to be like us being normal
idiots.
conversation. And oh, it is, but it's gone like it goes into our normal conversation, which goes like so far. And now we're
Right.
talking about fucking religion, and we're
Yeah.
talking about all this, and I love it. I love it so much. I just didn't expect this, otherwise I would not be wearing fucking plastic.
No, no,
Like,
no. But this
oh,
is the
I
point that
love
comes
it.
back to the whole idea of what society expects of people. So if you dress like that, does anybody expect you to talk about the history of the Bible?
Gosh, no. Nobody, everyone
Or
always expects me to be a certain person who is uneducated,
mm,
just here to have some fun.
again,
And I
pre
am here to have some fun.
bias
But I
and all
am
the rest of it.
also
Yeah,
super educated. I've got
yeah.
a degree, 4 diplomas, and I'm getting another degree. So, oh,
I only have one. I have one degree and one diploma.
oh,
But
well, keep it
I've
up.
had a very okay, sorry, but my life experiences do actually shape
Life
uh
experiences are so much bigger than that, I
my.
think,
But here's the thing that's horrible about. So I'm part of a cultural group where even as a young child I was ostracized from that cultural group because I didn't fit their expected
Yeah,
norm, and
exactly.
then I grew up in the early '80s where kids were still being called to go back to their own country.
Really?
Yeah, so I'd been subject to racism because racism, prejudice,
Want
whatever
to
you
go
want,
back to
xenophobia.
Macedonia?
Let's
Get out.
Yeah, go back to Europe, wherever you're from. Um, Ironically, the person who said to me to go back to my own country was another white Australian child. I went, I was born here, you idiot.
Fuck
Where am I
you.
going to go? Yeah,
Technically,
yeah.
I
But
am
also,
first generation.
yes,
Technically, I need to go back to where, like, my
your
father
parents
was
came from.
not.
Yeah,
No, my father was not even
Australian.
an Australian.
Yeah, okay,
He is Canadian. Well, he was Canadian.
right.
He's dead. But
Okay,
technically, I would have to go back to where I came from.
yeah. So that would be
Not
if you follow your
me
father's
more than
origin,
you. Like,
right? That's
I had to go back to
hilarious.
Canada. Oh
Yeah.
no,
Well, there are worse
damn.
places to be in the world.
Uh,
Could you
damn
imagine
it.
me going back to the Balkans and trying to be an openly out gay person?
No,
Yeah.
I'd go with you, darling.
No, I'll just come to Canada. I've always wanted to
With
go.
yes. Oh no, Canadians would love you. You'd be hugged with open arms. Oh yeah,
We
it'd
will
be
need to
great.
set up a tour of Canada and do our vlogs there.
You know that if I tell my family we're coming, we'd have to pay for a single thing, right?
That would be
Like
amazing.
we need to get pay for our flights. They
Yes,
will not let us pay for anything else.
I know that'd be,
We
and
need
then
to bring some
I'll
little
just,
koalas and shit.
I'll have to bring my camera and just take countless photos of everybody and share it all.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
we are so
It
going.
A trip to Canada it's been one of my lifelong dreams. But I want to do like 3 to 6 months over there and travel the country end to end,
Yeah.
horizontally,
Well, I've
parallel,
got
whatever you
family
want to call it.
everywhere. I've even got family in Alaska. So
So
go
does a
Alaska.
mutual friend of ours whose uncle
I know.
owns a car yard and could sell us an RV.
I've got Alaska down to America
Kelly,
and
Kelly,
around.
I do apologize. You are most welcome to join us.
Yes. And now I've got
Unless Kelly,
another
unless you
thing.
want to look after my farm while we're away, you could have a farm stay adventure while we're traveling across
There
Canada,
is one thing that may stop me from being able to go.
and an adjacent human being.
Mm,
Yeah,
but
that's all right.
I'm
No,
pretty
but
sure I've worked
the
that out.
small
Hang on,
the
I've got something going on. Hang on.
oh, you've got something going on.
Yeah.
You want to talk about something, or is something segueing again? I don't know what's going on right now. Should I sing some hold music? Oh no, that's the circus theme. Whenever I don't know what to say or my brain's fully zonked, everything that comes out of my mouth is circus tune to the Muppet theme. Oh no, cat's leaving us momentarily. Okay, cool. So what have we got in the comments section so far? Had a very brief Google. Yes, Austria. Austria's a fascinating place. They don't often get tarnished with the same brush as the Germans with regards to modern history. The adjacent human is attacking Kenzie, I think. Well, is that two of my cats have decided that they're going to have a snarl fest under my desk, so that's going to be an interesting thing. Actually, in the interest of trying to keep with the theme of conversations with cat ladies and looking at the queer element and everything else, I decided to have a very brief Google on queer games, and I've come up with the following list, and I'm not sure which of these we will actually choose to play. Sorry, let me just get to the right tabs here on the computer. So the first one I've come across is called Night of the Lesbian Vampires.
Oh, I'm playing that.
Yes, just telling our listeners and our friends out there that I described it to you ever so briefly, and it is one of your must-have to play, which we might actually do a walkthrough on together.
We can definitely do it online. Yay!
Yes. So that's one of the ones that I came across. Sorry, my cats are growling and having a. Sorry, can you hear that? No. Okay, good. Okay, so I've got two sibling cats, and they hate each other. It's brilliant. Hang on, where is my list?
On doors and shit.
So there's a yeah. Well, I had a cat that used to be able to open doors. That was always terribly frightening when you're passed out half asleep and your bedroom door just creaks.
That.
I know.
So
another game that I've come across, but I'm yet to do a little more looking into. It's on Steam. It's called It Gets So Lonely Here.
Okay.
So I think we shall have to add that to the plethora of things to dive into. There's a few of them here, so I'll just read them out just very quickly. Contract Demon. Her Tears Were My Light. So that's Japanese anime based.
As long as they don't have not safe for work or adults in them, we're allowed to do them on Twitch. But if they do, then we're not allowed to, because then they've got.
Okay. You'll have to educate me on that later.
Yeah, there's certain rules. I got banned.
Oh, so anyway, I just wanted to sort of we can just talk about them. We don't necessarily have to go into the games.
We can do what I did. I did this one game where I was like, this is what's happening. He's walking into a room, and there's a lady. You know what I mean? Like, I had to explain it. It was really horrible.
Oh no.
Horrible.
Callie just mentioned that Twitch has a banned games list.
Yes.
And it's tragically specific.
Twitch and he does.
Right.
Yes. So anything that has not safe for work, adults, stuff like that. Which is one of my games. It was a bit, but then again, it does it even for ones that aren't. It's really tricky.
Well, we'll just have to figure out a way to do this and use a different platform, perhaps.
Oh, we can do it. We can do it via Discord. We can do it on YouTube. Yeah. We can do it lots of places.
Yes. So I just had a quick look, and they gave me a list of the top 10. But the one I think that is most promising is the first one I mentioned, which was the Night of the Lesbian Vampires. It kind of reminds me of a horror film or a TV show about lesbians and vampires. Because of.
No.
Wink, wink. Yes. So I thought we could probably also have a look into I found a card game called. Okay. It's called Lesbian Games.
It's just generally lesbian games.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Lesbian games.
Yes, but there is no further details. It is out of print. So I'll have to.
Sorry about that, everybody. We got aliens now. I'm so sorry about everything that's going on the screen. There you go. There's some pussies reading some shit.
Oh, we were going to talk about the comedian and the aliens passing by. That's right.
Why it's there. It's not just there because I love.
Okay. Oh, here's another lesbian game, Mermaid Splash. I feel like that there's connotations there that.
A little bit.
Yeah,
That'd be
connotations.
interesting.
Double entendres,
Double
innuendos.
entendres, all the tendres.
Double
How
entendre.
many tendres do you get?
Depends on if they're glacial or sexual. Do you like that?
I do like that.
Yeah, you're
You
welcome.
know I like that.
I've never laughed like that before in my life.
Oh my god, sometimes you make the weirdest noises. I've got like the weirdest noises that I've done on this. I'm like, oh my god, I've never made that noise before.
I'm going to disclose something to you,
Oh, good.
but you're not allowed to tell anybody else.
I won't, I promise.
All right, present company,
Of
excluded from
course.
that caveat.
Of course.
Oh gosh, Super Lesbians
Hello.
Animal RPG. Oh my
Aeroplane.
gosh. Squirting fish. No. So apparently my sex
Okay.
noises sound like my pain noises.
Oh.
So when I'm, I'm at that point where getting down on my knees can be a bit of an effort.
Mm-hmm. Which I have heard.
Do.
That
And
is
when I'm
the
stretching my back
noise.
or if I'm
Mm-hmm. That is the noise that you make in
Oof.
the in the pleasure dome.
In the pleasure dome. Yeah, that's for racing cars, isn't it? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
You can think about whatever you want, darling. I don't mind.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, so I thought games would be a great thing because games are a little easier to, get people to engage with.
I don't know. I've been loving this conversation. Like, we've been having the greatest
okay.
conversation.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
conversationally, yes, we do well.
So we got Fear on Flame 10, Squirting Fish, Lies. Takes notes, me too. So you follow. Oh, check posture. Sorry, darling, I didn't say that before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who said that?
Oh, so we've got this
Check
thing
posture.
that you got to check your posture. You have to. They get certain. So our lovely Nova is just through something else. So they get certain points for watching the show and things like that. They can use them for certain things. One of them is check posture.
Check posture. Oh, so it's not you sit back because your titties are falling out of your shirt. It's actually
No,
a platform.
it's to check posture.
Oh, okay.
Do a bit of a stretch.
I'm lost.
I also have stand up and stretch, but no one seems to be doing that one.
I feel like that's a romper room activity. Bend and stretch, reach.
No, it's because it costs actual money.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So it's not. By the way, that song that you shared with me earlier, phenomenal. I think.
Oh, the one that I posted to say like get your ass up. That song.
Yeah, a Little Wicked. Valerie Broussard, I think
song.
it is.
Yeah, it's so sexy.
Or Lilith. The lyrics are by Valerie Broussard. Lilith Darkling is the one who posted it, I think, but I'm not sure if she's the. Anyway,
darling, if you pay with bits, there is a whole pile of things that I will do.
Oh dear. Yes, that song is phenomenal.
Do not
I also
pop out.
What?
Oh. No, I leaned back to. I got a hydrate. So I have to hydrate, but then I also have to make sure I don't pop it.
Don't pop the top.
Do not pop the top.
Do not pop the top. One of my favourite songs at the moment is a song called "My Mother's Savage Daughter."
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
And the woman who sings it is, I think she's Russian. Ekaterina, I'll have to look it up. But it's quite. She talks about walking. She curses stones. She curses sharp stones as she walks barefoot. That's one line.
Oh, I love it, sweetie. Apparently, you have to check your posture too.
Oh God! Every time I do that, I end up poking somebody in the eye.
I know you do. Yeah, my boobs are almost as big as yours now.
Terrible ageist joke. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so an old lady goes to the doctor and says, "Doctor, if somebody wants to kill themselves, if they want to shoot themselves in the heart, where would they do it? Where would that be?" And he goes, "Well, it's about the width of 3 fingers below your nipple." And she goes, "Why is okay? Thank you, doctor," and goes away. And then a couple of days later, she comes in, and the doctor goes, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Well, I shot myself 3 fingers below my nipple, but now I need knee reconstruction surgery."
Oh no, terrible.
I know, terrible and ageist. I did tell you that, right?
I love it. Apparently, you also have to hydrate. We've been told you also have to hydrate.
Please hydrate. Okay. Well, I organised that before we started this session. I have 2 800ml bottles and a 2-litre bottle of water.
See, I've got this one that says "my bottle," right?
My bottle,
which means that
Because you
No
don't know how
one
to share.
else in the house can keep stealing my bottles because every time I buy bottles, they go somewhere else, and this is my bottle.
So does it say my bottle or does it say cat's bottle?
No, it does say my bottle.
So how will you know it's yours when everyone else refers to my?
Because
Like
no
it
one
could be
else
my
buys
bottle.
shit.
But it could be my bottle.
No one else buys shit.
But it could be my bottle.
Well, you didn't buy it, did you?
Do you know I didn't buy it?
Did you buy it? Do you have a receipt?
Look, I'm resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come up with an answer for everything.
You bring me a receipt, I'll give you my fucking bottle.
Show me evidence of proof of purchase, and then we're good.
100%. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And photos of you using it through the points.
God, no. I'm not going to send you photos of me necking a bottle. Come on. Sorry, did I break something?
Maybe a little.
My internet doesn't work. Sometimes when I'm watching you, we look like we're a Bruce Lee movie.
Oh, because
right?
of the
There's a
you hear me
delay.
talking and the delay. Yeah.
No, I see. So light first, sound second. So image
Yeah, I don't
first.
have
So
that.
light travels. Yeah, I do. So I see you. Your lips are moving and you're speaking and
Well,
stuff. And
my
then
wife.
yeah. So look, I just feel like you should be Bruce Lee, where you're doing wah, or you're doing the mouthing and then you hear the sound.
I'm so glad that was closed. Oh, you spilled everywhere.
Oh dear. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a day in your company without you making something wet.
That is a very good point.
Thank
I don't know how many things I've made wet today.
You're not keeping count? Why do you not have a tally?
I don't often. I've got a Callie.
Ah.
Hi, Callie.
Tally.
I know,
not
but
Callie.
Callie.
Oh gosh.
I know, because it was a callback. It was a joke.
Oh, okay. So I decided to just reconfirm the fact that I did actually find lesbian card games, and there is one on Amazon called the Ultimate Lesbian.
Ultimate.
Come on. Yeah, Ultimate Lesbian Conversation. 169 stimulating topics for lovers and friends.
169.
169. Because 69 just wasn't enough.
269 followers at the moment. Everything, I'm like
6,969 would be the ideal thing, right? That's an orgy.
Everything's 69, and then, eventually I'll have enough.
I recently saw a Jenga with shot glasses.
Oh, I've seen that.
Drunken Jenga. Yeah.
We've gone way over our time.
Have we? Do we need to stop?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, well.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just going to say, well, when you want to wrap it up, you can. We were going to talk about we probably should end soon, because I have creatures that will that require feeding.
Yes. And Callie,
yes.
No, you're not allowed your bottle. Go away.
Are you finishing?
All right.
Do you often ask that of complete strangers, Kelly?
I have
Thank
known
you for
Kelly
coming.
for a fair few years. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Are you finishing?
Here's
Thank
your
you for
gift
coming.
bag. Thank you for being with us at this time.
So I wanted to share two things with you specifically, because we are cat ladies.
I love it.
I mean, that's not what I meant. Yes, we know that, but we decided to take your words and play with them and play on them.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing that I wanted to mention to you is, did you know that your cat and mine and all of the cats in the world, the domesticated cats, they apparently share 95.6% of their genome with a tiger. So not lions, not panthers, but tigers.
I think I might have known that.
So
The white tiger as well.
Doesn't go into where I found this information. Doesn't go into that much detail, but the behaviours that are common across domesticated cats and tigers are scent marking, never helpful in a domestic setting.
No.
Scratching, prey, play, where they're hunting you. You know when they wriggle their bums and they get down and they pounce on you. That. Yeah, well, prey stalking, pouncing, chinning, and another urine marking. Excellent, thank you very much. So yes, so that's what pissing. Yes, they piss. Pissing. Piss.
I'm so delightful.
Yeah, but yeah. So Kelly's saying, you know, what wouldn't it be great to have a domestic cat the size of a tiger? I'm not sure I agree with that.
That would be me.
When they get upset with you
That would be
and they
me.
swipe at you, you'd lose a limb if your domestic cat was the size of a tiger.
Like I said, that would be me.
Yeah, we'll just get Maine Coons instead, or a Turkish van.
Probably
They're
get
the
something
size of a
other
medium
than
dog.
me. No one wants me.
Oh, that's not what I said.
I will swipe at you and destroy your limbs if you make me upset.
Well, if you're wearing spiky things on your fingertips, yes, of course you will.
My bad.
Yeah, I thought so. And the other one I thought you'd find is quite funny. So the
Yeah.
ancient Egyptians used to call cats meow,
Meow.
meow,
Meow.
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 So the meow was the Egyptian word for cat, both the imitation of the cat's speech, and a mother syllable for cats. So
That is
meow.
beautiful. That is
Where's
so
my
cool.
meow? Where is my meow?
That is so cute. I love it.
Where
All
is
right,
my
everybody.
meow?
I hope you've enjoyed this night of the cat lady conversations. We will be back next week. If you did not watch it tonight, then we will be very upset with you. But
You can always find us on the YouTube.
you can find us on the YouTube. You can find us on the Twitch. You can find us everywhere because I will stalk you. And please follow, find us. We love you, and we'll talk about more stuff. Message us on, you can message me on Discord if you want to talk about different topics, and also on YouTube, on the YouTube video.
Yes.
Mwah.
Yes.
We love you. Have an amazing
Thanks.
time. Goodbye, my loves.
Speak soon.